Yes, I have made fire! Fire in Montana.
Fire! A fire on the mountain.
What's going on, Coyote Pack? And welcome to what's certain to be the most epic base camp episode ever, because we're in Montana.
And we have a real fire.
Yep, and this is not a green screen.
No, those are mountains. Fire on the mountains.
Thousands of acres of wilderness behind us. And we filmed some episodes in Montana before.
That's right.
And we're here in Montana right now shooting photography for the Brave Wilderness website. We figured, why not get some base camp episodes and review the old videos we shot here?
Yeah, we shot the trout video right over there.
That's right.
The rainbow trout, but we already reviewed that one,
Yeah.
so probably should pick something else.
Yeah, we're gonna do something a little bit different today. We're actually headed back to Bozeman to work with what is arguably one of, if not the cutest animal we've ever featured on the Brave Wilderness channel.
So we've already worked with Bucky. We've already reviewed that video.
Baby black bear.
So it's not that one I'm taking.
No, Mario, any guesses?
Is it the Pine Marten?
Ah, you got it, buddy. The Pine Marten, a feisty little member of the weasel family. So if you guys are ready, I know the Coyote Pack is ready. Let's climb up a tree with the Pine Marten.
Let's go.
This episode of Breaking
The buy power card.
There's an advertisement first.
Of course. Hey, it was worth it. We got some really cool vehicles to use for that campaign.
I think we were using the Chevy Traverses in that episode, right?
Yeah.
This is a good shot right here. I like this low angle with that blue sky. Oh, there he is. Or she is.
Look at her.
Yeah. Whoa, that was a fast intro.
What was that, 8 seconds?
Ooh, got the retro Breaking Trail
That's
logo.
right. The old
Old
logo,
school.
season
I
1.
think we need a t-shirt of that.
Yeah.
That'd be
Like
cool.
any other experience in North America, and your odds of seeing animals in
I
their
like
natural
this music.
environment
This
Yeah,
is good.
pretty epic
Bozeman.
for an epic location.
Actually, Bozeman's only about 3 hours that way,
Right.
believe it or not.
Well, what's cool is that some of these B-roll shots we actually filmed at this location.
That's
A
right.
little bit of the movie
Look,
magic.
look, there's your selfie stick.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled.
Now
She's
check him off the
also one of
selfie
most
stick.
voracious predators
Look at that
in
height.
the forest ecosystem.
That's the very tip.
All the way up.
I've been an absolute cat at climbing trees. Today's gonna be a
I've
little
climbed a
different, though,
lot of
'cause
trees
I'm
since
going
we have
up
filmed
there
this
Yeah.
episode.
the American Pine Marten.
Little
This
did
is
we
our
know you
weasel
were going to
family.
climb a
It's
tree to
gonna
catch
be
that
wild.
monitor lizard.
Yep.
Wolverine.
This is a
the
good
badger,
precursor
Oh,
to
that'll
that.
be a good
skunk.
comparison.
And I see her. She's right up here. I'm gonna go up there and try to get her down. So I can show
Oh,
you guys
there she
some of her
is.
coolest features.
So of course,
Yeah,
this-
pause it for a second.
disclaimer, this is a captive
Yes.
Pine Marten, right?
Yes.
A lot of people were confused.
Right.
Yeah, we clearly stated in the
Yeah.
video
Right.
that it's an ambassador and it is captive
Yeah,
Pine
you
Marten.
would never be able to get up close to a Pine Marten in the wild like that. So
If you were lucky enough to see a Pine Marten, that would be amazing. But you would never want to climb up a tree after an animal like this, because the last thing you'd want to do is corner this feisty little muscle.
They're
Truth
feisty.
be told, I wasn't sure, and I remember we were talking about this, if this was a good idea at all, because we saw this Pine Marten when we showed up and it was going in circles
yeah,
in its cage, and I'm like, this thing's gonna just
just
take off.
Yeah,
So they're like, let it up the tree, and Mara and I were looking at each other like,
We're like,
Well, and
If you say so.
it's important to note that this is a part of her daily routine.
Yes.
They actually take her out into the wild because she was raised in captivity, and she climbs trees. This is what Pine Martens do, but she's very accustomed to humans, so
Sure.
she'll come back.
it's an enrichment, right? So it allows the animal to do its natural behavior, climbing up, searching, foraging for prey, and having fun.
Yep.
yeah. But there were a lot of variables. It was the Pine Marten gonna stay in this tree? Was Coyote gonna be able to climb the tree? Because at this point, we really hadn't seen you climb any
I can
trees.
climb anything.
Well, I mean,
Look at all the holds on this. Climbing this pine tree was like a ladder with a gazillion holds.
all right.
but-
but you know, this was the first climbing the tree video,
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
you know.
All right, let's
in
keep it
fairness,
going. Let's see, can he climb
I
it?
can get a gentle
Look,
handle. Just
Pine Marten's like, are you gonna come or what? You gonna come
She's
up
like,
here?
I'm going up.
Yeah.
after a Pine Marten.
And here's where she just bolted at this point. We're getting these shots. I'm going up, and she keeps going higher. You can see how high up she is there, because you're zoomed in, and she goes all the way up to the tippy top of that tree.
Yeah, which, if you'll see, you can see clearly in this
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
it's completely dead.
It's all dead.
How tall was that tree?
It's probably close to 30 feet,
Yeah.
I would guess.
And you're an expert tree climber,
Yeah.
right? So, where's the most dangerous part of the tree to climb?
Well, certainly to the top. And what I was worried about is a single gust of wind grabbing me, the Pine Marten, and the top of the tree and just snapping it off, and then we would fall to the rocks below. Although I probably would have caught the Pine Marten and held it up so that it survived.
Yeah,
a
Save
sweet
it.
hero
I think the
shot,
Pine
right?
Marten would have been fine. They just would have jumped back
Pine
on
Marten
the
would
tree.
have jumped to the next tree.
Probably would have, and I would have hit the rocks. That would have been the end of Coyote. I was nervous at this point, though.
You got a lot of sitting here.
Well, that's what happens when you have a campfire. All right, keep
Real
rolling.
fire, no expenses.
I'm gonna make a reach for her. I'm gonna
She
get
was kind of, at that point, I think she was like, I'm not going any higher either.
But she's like, you're gonna come up here to
Yeah,
grab me.
sort of
right? Yeah.
come back down and got her.
Now the real challenge, getting back down.
That is challenging. Anytime you guys see me climb down a tree with an animal in my hand, aside from Wilson, who I put in my pocket, I have to hold the animal in one hand while climbing down and scaling with my knees in my other
I have
hand.
to admit, it looks very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on to
Look at her face. She's just having a great time.
Here comes the dismount.
Nailed it.
Ta-da!
Whoa, smoke.
How beautiful is that little music?
What a cutie.
Look at those teeth. Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, back up to that. So Mario, tell us about those chompers. Pearly whites.
Yeah, well, as we know, Pine Martens are in the mustelid family, right? Related to weasels, wolverines. So these guys look cute, but they're formidable predators.
And what are they hunting in the treetops?
They're omnivorous. They eat anything. And in the treetops, they're gonna be hunting birds, squirrels, actually,
Chipmunks?
chipmunks.
Oh no, poor
Yep.
chipmunks.
Yep.
No.
So what you're saying is that if Alvin and the chipmunks came across a pine marten, it would pretty much be the worst day of their lives.
Yeah.
No more sing-song after that, is there?
I mean, these animals have excellent vision, excellent hearing. Their ears are huge, very disproportionate to their body, so really big ears. Their claws are semi-retractable. So they're basically just like the wolves of the treetops.
They're like the Wolverines of the treetops.
Wolverines of the treetops, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect predators. All right, let's keep rolling.
One of the coolest features about the Pine Marten
She's so
is they're
cute.
the only member of the weasel
Oh, look at that
family
tongue.
with
This was probably the
semi-retractable
cutest
claws.
animal we had
And that's how
filmed
these
up
crazy
until this
little
point.
I think
Yes.
a lot of people
slinkies
still
jump
argue
over
that this
trees
is the
with
cutest.
Really?
We
Yeah.
had that
It's very
baby
rare
squirrel.
to
There's the
ever
baby
see pine
squirrel.
marten
With the
ground.
sloth,
They
baby
live
B-Rad.
above
B-Rad.
most of the
B-Rad's
time,
my favorite.
Yeah.
hunting
I don't
season,
know.
Sorry.
which is
Yeah,
the
B-Rad,
primary
I think
source of
B-Rad
food.
still does
What they
win, but
do
this is
is
one
chase
cute
squirrels
animal.
through the trees, lunge, actually can grab them out of midair, and then they want to bite to the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And you see those
Yep.
long little canine
Just like
teeth
a-
there.
like a
are
lion.
perfect for
But look how
inflicting
long
that
those
wound.
canine teeth
And
are. I
of
mean, that
course, they have
pierces
their
through the
meal.
spinal
See
column
this
of a
real light
chipmunk.
orangish coloration underneath the
That's
throat
the
right
end of
there?
it.
One distinct sign that will easily
Yikes.
allow you to identify a pine marten if you
And
ever
that's
see
one
them
thing
out
you
in the
can
wild.
see right here, the way she's whipping around, fidgeting, like she never stopped moving.
Yeah.
Ever. Like there was always movement. Even when she seemed to be calm, she was still looking
Well,
around.
we noticed that with all members of the weasel
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, what'd you call her? Like a slinky?
Yes. Well,
Right?
because what that is that the inside of their body is so long and muscular, they can actually shift their muscles and skeleton inside of that fur in case something like an eagle or hawk swoops down to grab it. You get those talons, it will spin around and then attack that bird. Pine martens have been known to actually take birds out of the sky that were trying to eat them, and then the predator
Yeah.
thing gets reversed.
Pretty tough little guys.
I just want to try to stay as calm as I can right now. If I stay calm, she will stay calm. Now this is a pine marten that's
And
being
you
raised
were
in captivity.
you had to
The
hold
only
her
way they're
away
able to
from you.
climb
She
up
didn't
into the
like
tree
being held
for a
close.
No,
down and give you guys
yeah,
a
her
close
handlers
look,
were like, she
because she's
actually
used to
likes
being around
being held
humans.
up like this.
Could never
Something
approach
about
or
that
grab
was
one of these animals
comforting
in
to
the
her, and then
wild.
she could
She's
grasp
an
her
ambassador
rear
for her
claws
species,
into my leather
promoting
bracelets,
conservation,
which is great for me because they
promoting
weren't going
wild
into my
life.
skin.
You got scraped up a little bit.
I did,
Yeah.
more than
Aren't
you would think.
cute? Look at those ears. They have incredible.
And we didn't show it in the
hearing.
video,
This is
but
one of the
she
most
was
agile
nibbly.
members
Yep.
of
She
Yeah.
nibble on you a little bit.
They do have beautiful
She
Now,
make
Mark,
that noise.
How hard was it to get those close-up shots? I mean, she was constantly moving, right?
Very difficult, whipping the head back and forth. Yeah, very difficult, but definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to film.
Trees, hence the name Pine Marten.
Woo!
And they're able to tug through
This
some
is a real
of the
fire,
coldest
folks,
temperatures
with
in
real
Montana.
smoke. We're just
What an
inhaling
amazing
it.
experience.
Ah,
Climbing
smell
up a
that
pine tree
fresh air.
with the
Oh, there she
American
is.
pine
Aye,
marten.
aye.
That nose.
Your favorite member
Sniffy,
of the
sniffy.
weasel family is? Tell me about it in the comments section below. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, you ready to go? Let's get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
If you thought that
Oh,
was
that
a
throws me
wild
off every time. Look at
adventure,
that, just straight to a disclaimer.
Yeah, just over 4 minutes.
Don't
Just
forget.
That's
super
a short video.
That's super short.
Like if we made a Pine Marten video today, I feel like it would be a 20-minute excursion.
Well, I mean, you did ask the audience to name their favorite
Right.
mustelid, right?
Right.
Which, of course, we know what yours is.
The Wolverine.
And we know
Right.
we made an epic one.
Right.
Epic segment.
And this was actually the first time we had filmed with mustelid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we later filmed with the badger
Mm-hmm.
on this trip. But I remember us all having dinner afterwards, and we were all talking about, man, wouldn't it be cool if one day we could travel all the way to Alaska to film with wolverines?
And sure enough, it was almost an exact 2 years later. So we shot this in the summer 2014. Summer 2016 is when we visited Steve Kroschel and got up close with the Wolverine, which was pretty cool. That's
Epic.
a long one though. We have not done the Wolverine base camp
That might
yet.
be a two-parter.
We might have to go back to Alaska for that one.
I'm up for that.
What do you guys think? Should we go to Alaska and do an outdoors base camp with the Wolverine? It'll be like an hour-long base camp episode.
Pretty epic, yeah.
Tell us about it in the comments section below.
Sign me up.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, you ready for the outro?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right, I'm Coyote Peterson.
I'm Mark Vins.
I'm Mario Decoa.
Be brave.
Stay wild.
We'll see you on the next base camp adventure. How about
Right.
some s'mores?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, good catch.
Do you want to become an official member of the Coyote Pack? If so, make sure to pick up your starter kit, which includes the iconic pack tag, adventure guide, and of course, the one and only Brave Crew bracelet. The Coyote Pack starter kit is the best way to show the world that you are one of the pack, and it's available right now. There's no question about it. The Pine Marten is one of nature's most adorable, yet ferocious predators. Make sure to go back and watch the full episode as I get this unique animal up close for the cameras. And don't forget, subscribe so you can join me and the crew on our next big adventure.